You expect them to face quite a bit of different type of attack this week at K-State?
Yeah, well, I've been here a while, played them a few times before, and they're true to form. They are who they are. They don't change up much depending on who the opponent is. So essentially, it's just it's a technique game. Who's gonna do what they have to do every play and do it to the best of their ability. So it's that kind of game, like you said. It's not like fast-paced or anything. So it really just comes down to how you do your job.
How much does that emphasize then, assignments, gaps, those kinds of things?
Yeah, well, like you try to emphasize that every week, but like this week especially, because that's what they'll do. You'll feel like you got a flow of the game, and then you take a guess, and boom, that's when they pop you. So it's really just staying true to your assignment, your technique, and doing what your coach tells you to do.
Yeah. You face quarterback run. A lot of the times it's more scramble. This is a quarterback run offense. How much different is that? I mean, how do you prepare for that?
It's different because he has the extra blocker and the running back. But it goes to what I was saying before. You got to hold your gap. With D-line, especially, we have to hold our gap, stay on our gap, be patient because they're very patient runners. They show that they got great vision. So we just want to squeeze and hold our gaps and play the ball.
This isn't an offense that gets behind schedule very often. Do you, as a defense, have to be patient, wait for those big plays that y'all can create to happen, or do you just have to accept, okay, we got to hang on, keep this game tight, and then take care of it at the end?
Yeah, exactly. It's I think it's a tough game. Like I said, they're true to form. They are who they are, and we have sort of a young defense. So the biggest challenge for us mentally is just doing what we have to do and not getting ahead of ourselves, not trying to go make a big play or anything like that, and just doing our job and trusting that the big play will come to us.
Greg, when you look at this last game, they gained a lot of yards, but it was a lot in big plays. Mm-hmm. Can you look at that game and go, there's a lot to build on from that? Just you got to cut out the big plays.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of been our emphasis every week. Like you said, they had a lot of big plays last week that popped us. Other than the big plays, I felt like we played them pretty good, so I guess that's something to hang your hat on. But it's kind of been our emphasis, so it's a little redundant. We'd be coming in every week. Like if we could just get rid of the explosive, we'd be so much better. But so we just emphasize it and try to work towards it every day.
Do y'all see this as a kind of a pivotal game, being the only home game this month? How do you see it?
Try to look at every game the same. Obviously, a lot of respect for K-State and their coach. Been there a long time. I didn't even realize it was our only home game of the month. So I guess in that sense, yeah, it kind of is. But we try to attack every game the same.
As a senior, do you count down the days? Does it feel like it's kind of slipping away, that kind of thing, or how do you look at this season?
Yeah, and like a lot of guys that played on our coaching staff and stuff, and they tell you like it goes faster than you think. So yeah, you look ahead, and it kind of scares you just because you don't know what's going on, like what's the unknowing that's going to happen. But you try to do what our coach tells us to do. Coach Wood emphasizes just take it a day at a time. Like what's next? What can I do today to get better for tomorrow? That's how I look at it.
Greg, how much has outside noise even further bonded this team, maybe in comparison to other teams out there?
I feel like it has. We try not to pay attention to it, a lot, but I feel like this is a closed group, a close-knit group. Anybody that attacks us, we feel like, we have each other's back to the fullest, and so I feel like we're a tight-knit group in that sense.
Greg, you just had probably one of your better games of your career as far as sacks go and getting to the quarterback. What's been the biggest difference for you this season? And did you think you had a really good performance this past week?
Yeah, I think I did some good and some bad. I'd say the biggest difference is I've just been practicing a lot harder. Obviously, being year 2 in this defense and having Coach E last year and Coach O now, those guys know exactly what they're talking about, and it's just, kind of putting my ego to the side and just doing what's asked of me at a really high level, trying to do that every day, and it just shows up on Saturday. So.
Did the sacks, do they kind of juice you up a little bit? You get excited when you make a sack, that kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. I think, Kansas was my first sack, so I haven't really had a lot of experience with this kind of success. So it's just kind of keeping level-headed and listening to the people who've been here before. Like Coach O was a really accomplished guy, and asking him, picking his brain on how do you deal with success and things of that nature. But essentially, it goes back to what I was saying, just trying to take it one day at a time. Like, what's next? What can I do today to get better for tomorrow?
You've said repeatedly now it's a day-to-day process trying to eliminate these big plays. It's something that you talk about weekly. Does this defense need a jump start, something to show them, all right, hey, we're where we need to be? How do you guys get there?
Well, it just depends. I guess I'm like coming out of the Kansas game, everybody was high on our defense. Like, oh, the defense played so good, and then now coming out of this game is different. So I think the biggest thing for us being young is just finding some kind of consistency, which I think we're working towards. And And like I said, like most of my individual success, like the team success comes when we practice hard and go at things one day at a time. Like I can't control what's going to happen on Saturday, but I can control what's going to happen right now after practice, after I get through with this, or what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, those are things that I can control. So not dwelling on so much the outcome, but more so the process to getting to what outcomes you want.
When you don't get turnovers, does that get in your head at all? I mean, because I know you guys went into the season with pretty high goals in creating turnovers and sacks and things like that. Does it get in your head when you don't create turnovers?
Yeah, it's frustrating, but like I said, you just work towards it every day, and then eventually they'll come. You know, I think we need to start stripping more at the ball. And as far as picks go, we've had a lot of picks that we dropped. So, you know, we're in position. We just need to make the play, and I think that'll come. The more you settle into playing, and like I said, we got a lot of young guys in the back end, so the more they settle in and realize that it's just football, I feel like that'll pick up.
In line with that, it doesn't just always boil down to players making plays when it's all said and done.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just being conscious of what you're trying to do, like getting to the pile and making a conscious effort to get the ball out. So, just something we need to work on mentally.